Ken Elliott. I'm a professor of psychology here at UMA, and I teach in the social science program and have a long-standing interest in both international psychology and rural psychology here in Maine. We want to talk to you a little bit about today how UMA is internationalizing its curriculum. I'm here today with Professor Magdalena Linhart, who will introduce herself, and then we'll talk to you a little bit about the courses we're developing.
My name is Magdalena Linhart, and I co-teach the Global Citizenship class with Ken Elliott. We are also trying to develop much more courses because the globalization of education is touching UMA the same way like any other university in the world. And we believe that bringing education from abroad here and bring our education there is contributing to cultural diversity.
The model for this course came from East Carolina University, and I think of them as the pioneers in international polycom. Polycom is the kind of thing you see when you watch the evening news and the newscasters are talking to each other at a distance.
East Carolina University is connected with 52 universities in 40 countries, and this number is growing all the time. So everybody, not just UMA, has interest to connect with other universities in real time and exchange student-to-student information rather than having a lecture and then react on the lecture. So this is our model.
And we realize that this is happening at the same time that students are working on Facebook and in social media and doing more and more of their own living in an international mode. So really we are dovetailing on the changing life of both traditional and non-traditional students.
This course is also based on the students' interest, that people are interested in how students live in Africa and China and Asia and actually talk to a real person instead of reading about it. So this is why the course is based in such a way that we have real-time connection with real people talking about real stuff which students are interested in.
The language of the course is English, and that's a great advantage for Maine students because your ability to learn about life in Romania and social services in Romania and biology in Romania are really enhanced by being able to use our native tongue. So we spend a month learning about the culture on our own, and then we spend the next 2 months of the semester actually engaging with our colleagues in these various countries.
It was actually a lot of fun because our students were learning about special cultural habits and customs which they were not familiar with, and they were really funny.
This is a thing, whenever we see a tourist in Slovakia, we automatically both revert to English. Yeah. And from my experience, at least from what people have been telling me, it's easier to speak English with a non-native speaker of English than it is with a person from England or from the US. Yeah. When I spent 8 months in the south of England, I couldn't for the love of God make up what those people were trying to say. It took me about a month to adjust my hearing, and those guys understood me perfectly all right. At least I hope they did. And,
so we laughed a lot. We talked a lot. I mean, students talked a lot instead of us as instructors. And in the end, students were telling us that they learned a lot about countries they would never heard during the time they spent at UMA. So it's very educational. It's experiential because we are talking about experiencing the other culture right on your own. It's in real time.
The other advantage, which I think surprised some students, is learning about our own culture. In that, students present to a group of students in Romania who don't know about Maine, and I would say they had a good deal of fun talking about ice fishing, talking about rural life in Maine, and really it's kind of a wonderful chance to affirm the things that we value here in Maine. So it's, in a sense, it's an exciting time for co-inventing this course with students. My email address is kelliott@maine.edu, and
my email address is linhart, linhardt, @maine.edu, and you can find much more information in a PowerPoint which is under the video.